You'll see how basically everything was on Hugo from the very beginning to the end, although you didn't know it. So at the start, we see Amicia that she's like very overwhelmed because Vaudin is trying to heal Hugo.
I know it's hard, but it has to be done.
And so listen carefully to this line. All right. First, I'm sorry, I need to introduce you to this. In Innocence, we had a theme that's called Big Brother, Big Sister, Little Brother, and this theme was cellos going like da da do da da do da da da, and then you would have a viol de gambe doing its wonderful melody on top of it. And basically, this is what you have here right now. It's the bass of the cellos. But it's a little bit twisted, of course, because she's like, let's say, in the urge of getting to Hugo. And so basically the plan is to have this urge all through the level up to the final bit when she finally, gets to him. And then the real music, let's say the very warm and welcoming music, is finally there. So the whole level is about this. You'll see.
I'm taking him out of this.
A critical one.
Isolate
him. The Order has special buildings.
You want to lock him away?
Do you know what your brother is capable of? He will do much worse.
Hey!
So that's Hugo already.
This is not his fault. And the more you hurt him, the more rats are out there.
And remember, once again, remember the insanity of Amicia, starting from prologue that was like da 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 da. And previously, and listen.
This is why we need to take him away. His power will grow stronger as
Hugo?
his days draw shorter.
Magister, please.
What do you mean?
Amicia, Hugo is condemned.
The last threshold means the death.
So now you have the Hugo. That's the reunion on the soundtrack. But on top of this, you have it's Amicia,
The carrier.
No. There must be a way. Lucas
Your
managed...
friend bought you time when your brother reached the first threshold, but this is something else.
It's gonna get bigger. It's gonna get bigger.
No elixir, no potion. Away from reality. You must accept your brother's fate and your own. And the fate of a protector is to do as the Order commands.
Hugo.
I don't know you.
Darker.
Let me see him.
And insanity.
Hugo is tired, Amicia. You can't enter his room in your state.
Let me pass.
The macula feeds on his emotion.
And in the background, Hugo.
I've got a boat. Joseph waiting at the harbor. He needs to be warned.
So this is how you start the level. So it's very connected to Hugo, and we're gonna fast forward to.
Are you
So yeah,
all right?
No.
you get to the city. You have the Macula call, and we're gonna fast forward now to when it gets more interesting. Here it's just the background and some story.
I didn't know Magister Vaudin would tell you like.
So we're about to get it, and the big Macula now. And once again, the music will stop because what is the best music but silence?
You asked me to ask Magister Vaudin about the island. The fresco in his lodge.
What did he say?
He said it's just a symbol.
And out of the despair here, there will be something that is very important. It's hope. And Lucas is hope, to Amicia. He's the person that keeps her, let's say, afloat.
I'm here.
So let's see how it goes. Here the music is a little bit uplifting when it's coming back.
For Hugo.
He's not dead yet.
All right. Remember, no more killing soldiers. No more killing us.
I got it.
Here we go.
No kills, No being spotted. Let's get this boat.
So this music is more a sort of like uplifting, if I may, feeling. You see the boat over there?
We're here. So where's our boat?
Red and white sail. Right there.
It's still there.
It's to give players a sense of progression, something new, something fresh. You know, now a little bit larger. So moving on to the next bit. Transition.
Here they are. Keep moving. Quiet.
Very smooth.
Get off my back. We can't afford to break these jars. The city's running
It's the same sort of motive, but
these jars intact. So settle down.
Enough arguing, soldiers. Move!
a little darker.
What are they doing? Getting in more trouble, I'd say.
We should just leave this place.
I heard it left nothing.
So we're more in a illustrative bit for the music. You know, music don't need so much to be substantial all the time.
A real rat's carnival.
All right, open the gate.
It's just a color here.
Reynolds, you got your orders.
Watch over the jars until we reach the other side.
Our lives depend on it. Now stop praying and let's go.
So players can go further and do a lot of little research. But let's go down here and hear how the music goes back to the system. So going down. Some flutes, by the way. Flutes for the count later. And now we're in the system. And if you listen carefully... That's Hugo theme. So I know nobody can notice this except me, maybe, or Musicolog in 2175,
No, way too soon.
if they're ever interested.
You believe they'll make it this time?
So that's Hugo.
I just know bodies keep coming from the city, and we had too many of our own.
It means that she has Hugo in her head, you know, like this is why she's doing this.
That's not much.
Oops. Of course, closer, darker. You know, the system is always there.
What's this sound?
What's making that noise?
There's nothing.
Through here.
Yes.
So we're now entering the next zone, and once again you'll hear how the theme, Hugo theme, is there. So music will stop.
Lord,
Macula.
like a battlefield.
Once again, it's anticipation of the rats.
Let's follow that cart and keep our eyes open.
And the closer you get, the bigger the macula. Like this. And now finally the big wave.
Push the wheels. We can't stay. No.
If they don't calm down.
And listen, once again it's Hugo theme in the back. Dee-doo-doo. Dee-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
How are we going to cross that?
I know it's subtle, but once again, there's a lot of thinking from me, not to be like too much intellectual about it, but much more to be in Amicia's head. You know, why is she doing this? It's for Hugo, so that's the theme in the back. And once again, the rats with the cellos. The closer you get to them, all the systems are there, although you know you really like are not focusing on them, but it gives you the feeling that we wanted.
Let's hope Marseille is different.
See, there is less rats, and the closer, more rats.
The Order will have special buildings in Marseille. Equipment.
See, this is Hugo in the back. In a different version again.
It won't go. Staying here is dying anyway. More of them.
So the next bit is more about the relationship with Lucas. So this is something I asked the writer Sébastien Renard, and I was like, so what's the relationship between the two of them? Of course, it's growing through the whole game, and I think, I mean, need to be confirmed, but this is how I took it.
Hear any rats?
No,
I think that Lucas is in love with Amicia,
look at this.
Lord.
and she can't really acknowledge the love or see the love because she's focusing so much on
These mechanisms are still intact.
you know, her brother. But so we wanted to create these sort of
Barrel up there must
little moments
We should move
of
on.
intimacy between the two of them. And we're back with the theme of Lucas. Ta-ga-da-ta-ta-ta-tam, you know?
It just needs that
So it's gonna be a small version, like,
one spotted.
That's all making tar now.
I know, but it shouldn't take us long.
Well, let's get to it.
it's gonna start soon. You see the synth for the warmth?
Shall I handle the reservoir part? What do you think?
Yes.
Lucas'
go up
team.
that ladder. I'll move the platform closer.
On my way.
I'll go again.
Yes. Turn it all the way.
Leave it to me.
So that's the theme of Lucas here. And for the players, you know, it's a way to
Hold it until I tell you.
All right.
maybe relax a little bit, but also to look at the relationship as
Come back to the base.
I think it's building up between the two of them.
Diluent. I see. It's alcohol, of course.
Are we ready?
So we're gonna move on through the puzzle.
That tar. Pouring. This stuff works miracles.
Anyway,
So once the puzzle is done, the music will fade away a little bit, but we will keep this sort of relationship between the two of them
Our boat should be straight ahead, right?
don't be
with
too
this
sure
guitar.
about that.
Listen, Amicia. About Hugo. I was stuck between Magister Vaudin and your mother, and I have no excuse. I was wrong.
It's just... I wasn't prepared. I can't lose him. I can't.
We'll do what's right.
We will.
So once again, it's to create a little bit of a separate moment with the two of them, building up the relationship and looking ahead with hope. Now we have this big puzzle with the guard, which is like a 3 steps or so. And basically the music is growing as you're moving through the puzzle.
All right, let's
It's
see what you do.
nothing too much, let's say, complicated.
We need
But yeah, there you go.
We're just crossing.
So there's like the threat, there is the guard, and you need to help him. I think I'm gonna skip this because it's just like a progression of everything that happens. So let's move on. So I've passed the puzzle. I think it was not. It's just a progression of the music with the puzzle.
see
Let's
that
move
one.
on. So now you're gonna meet with Joseph. The idea here was that once again Amicia is facing a reality that she needs to fight to survive and to kill people. So instead of making the same sort of approach with the wrath than previously, like the very big and dramatic bit, it's more of a sad expression of the wrath with a solo cello this time, sort of crying about what's going on.
You should have left when you still could, Joseph.
I am waiting for a client and I always honor my contracts, my friend.
Consider your contract cancelled then. The harbour's locked down and you're
He's
trespassing.
our man.
Yes.
So what's interesting is that
We need to move.
you're gonna have the music here
Better places to be.
that will start,
You've seen too much.
and you'll hear how fluid it is from going to the cutscene to the gameplay. And when you get the control you feel the drive of going thanks to the music.
Joseph, wait!
Stay where you are!
We're here on behalf of Magister Voda! We need to leave town!
What do you think I'm doing? This place is a mess!
Please! We're stuck here! There's a child with us!
All right, all right. Meet me at the next pontoon! Who are you? Where's the captain? Shit!
Rising, rising, rising. And 1,
Yes, come on.
2, 1, 2. And now there is no system. It's just narration. That's the beauty of it. Sometimes you don't want to have the system like completely active, although it's there, you know, as a... all the parameters are there, but the music is completely detached now. It's more about what's going on in terms of storytelling. That's the cello, the wrath.
This Joseph's not an alchemist. He got another one.
That's crazy.
It's very sad here. And as you go, it's going down. So it's much more about the emotion of having Amicia killing people again, being through all this terrible situation, rather than, oh, she's killing everybody. Then, when I'll reach the, I don't know how you call this, like the bodies in flame, it's gonna be a little different.
The fire. It's not wood burning, it's bodies.
This is where they all end up.
We're out of tar and bodies keep coming.
So you see the music is still going. The narration is not done with the music. With craziness.
Potentially sick. We can't take the risk of letting anyone out. You know.
So everything is there, you know, once again. I don't let go. And now you're back to the system with everything in place. It's just a new music to feel fresh like this.
As soon as we reach Joseph,
Getting closer.
to the house.
I hope we still have time.
I didn't think they could do worse than the Inquisition.
They always can.
We have company. Let me know if you see it.
Strange.
We still have a lot of bodies to bury.
So let's move on, you know, at the end of this zone. It's just the system. Just. It's really fun to play with this, but you know now the drill.
We have to move faster.
Okay, so I'm past the zone. And now it's gonna be the big chase with the big rats wave. Very impressive.
Yeah. I thought you'd never make it.
So you're with Joseph.
Thanks for not letting us down.
And for the helping hand.
Well, you did your part. Now, where is the rest of the group?
In town, getting ready to...
No music.
I need...
There you go.
Hugo.
The call.
What have they done? I'll go get them. You...
Curfew is still in effect.
So those big chases are, you know, very full of sound design. The music is there just to give a sense of, like, I don't know, craziness. I must say, the programmers, the artists are amazing. So this is like in the first game. Now the one thing is, when I will reach the building, the music will a little bit, you know, turn down the intensity here.
Oh, Lord, I told them this would happen. I'm sure it's that goddamn Boda. There!
And when everything will fall down again, the music will come back.
I can do it.
And you'll hear how the transition from the gameplay to the cutscene is very smooth as well, and tell the story. Oh my god.
It's crazy.
Faster music. When Eric performed this, the cellist, I remember I was asking him, how fast can you go? And it was amazing to see him perform this. Oh my god! Imagine Eric performing this. That was amazing. The macula, everything is there. Okay, and eventually you reach Hugo, and the rats. Listen how everything is linked. Transition.
He's your son. Do something. Ah, the protector, finally.
You won't calm down. I don't know what to do. Let me. Hugo, I'm here.
So, I remember we wanted the Charlotte, the performer, actress, VO, to hum the melody, but it was difficult for the production, to organize everything. But in the end, I think it works pretty good. It's the guitar and the cello. That's the Darun theme, the family.
Hey, I had a nightmare.
Very simple guitar.
What happened? We should get out before everything collapses. Yes, Lucas was
Now,
waiting at the docks.
remember that at the very beginning of the level, I told you that Hugo was there and the end game was for the music to be exactly where it will be there. So right now I'm still preparing for this with this little introduction with the cello. It's just Eric going on his own.
Amicia, I should carry him.
We wanted to have a contrast between the despair, the destruction and everything. But mostly the focus was that Amicia and Hugo were together. Whatever that was around them. And you can see, I've pointed this out on Twitter already, but she's hugging him,
What's going on?
She's like taking her like front. In the previous game, it was on her back. And, doing this is
Go back to sleep.
a demonstration of love, and protection. And so now we're reaching when the music here. So, totem. That's the theme at the very beginning.
People, it's too late. Keep going.
Who is that?
Try to sleep, Hugo. Do that.
And this melody was in the first game as well.
Don't look.
But here it's a little bit larger, warmer. The relationship has evolved.
The rats. They attacked.
No. No.
We're leaving, Hugo. I'm sorry.
It's like my nightmare. It's because of me.
Calm down, please.
No. It's my fault.
No.
So it's a beautiful scene, I believe.
Our dreams, all right? I'll give you something on the boat. It will calm you down.
No. I wanted to stop for real.
To me, the conversation is one thing,
I wanted to stop me.
but the emotion is more on the hug.
They'll help you.
It's not true. You keep saying that. But you're
No.
lying. Lying.
She's here for him.
Hugo,
And they finally are together.
you have the right to be sad and angry, but I won't let you down. You know it.
So Joseph is there, and the creative director David, he said, when you reach Joseph, there will be this last hug with her mom, and I want you to put some doubt onto the relationship, not the relationship to feel, let's say, in a good shape.
I see. Let's not waste time then.
Right here. Look at Amicia. That's the theme of Hugo. Ti to tum pe po pam, but torn, twisted. You know, something is wrong there. We want to prepare for what will happen next. And that's it for episode 4. Thank you for watching. Next episode 5 with Arno. Thank you. Bye.